Alright folks, how's it going? And welcome to my Crying Sons stream. So let me get set up here. Alright. So, I picked up this game, Crying Sons, on sale on Steam. I got it for a great price because I never buy anything full price. I always just wait for stuff to go on sale. I haven't bought a full price game in years. That's not true. I actually bought the pre-buyer edition for Company of Heroes 3. Which I kind of regret because the launch for Company of Heroes 3 really sucked. Moral of the story being, never buy anything on day one, never buy anything full price, wait for it to go on sale. So this game, Crying Sons, okay, I mean, if you follow my channel and you've listened to me talk in other videos, you'll know I love science fiction. I love science fiction games. I got this on sale to try it out, and I was really pleasantly surprised with this game. I love the artwork. I don't know what it is with these, like, you know, kind of 2D HD games, these kind of retro pixelated graphics that I just love. I find it so fascinating, interesting. I just think it's awesome. And then this game in particular, it's got a wicked sci-fi science fiction setting. It's got a wicked story. And it's got the great pixelated graphics, and it's got branching storylines. And so far it's very promising. Now, I did a run and I got through the first chapter, and then I returned to the main menu and I couldn't continue on to chapter 2 because I made a mistake. So we're going to start again fresh from chapter 1. I'm going to start over exactly the same way I did the first time. So we'll start a new run. So now that you have unlocked a new battleship, you can use it for your next run. Select it to see its unique features. So I unlocked this Chaos class battleship. So in addition to different max upgrade levels, starting upgrade levels, and starting units, each battleship has a specific core system technology that heavily influences its playstyle. Each new unlocked battleship offers you a chance for a different game experience. You can check the details of the core system by hovering over it. So core system scrapper tech. So max squadron hangar capacity +4, total 16. So all allied squadrons are always in a patch state and cannot be repaired. Whenever acquiring a new squadron, it comes as patched with a bonus 30% of unit value as scrap or an equivalent discount scope. I'm not going to bother starting with the Chaos class. I'm going to stick with the Excelsior class. So again, its tech means improve squadron's repair time while in hangar by 50% from 60 to 30 seconds. So that's great. And then you get some upgrade levels here. Look at all there's a bunch of battleships you can unlock, all of them with unique bonuses and different makeups. So here you got your upgrade levels. I think, I don't know what does it say we have, how many points I have for upgrades. So we definitely want the additional squadron. Okay, yeah, I can't upgrade anything just yet, but this is what you start with. Okay, so you got the 2 squadron docks, 1 squadron support system, 1 squadron dock recovery, 1 weapon support, 1 hull structure, 2 hardened hull. That means hull bars are your battleship's health, so the hull bars are stronger. Hull integrity support to be able to equip officers to the support dock. The heat capacitor, and so on. And then these are your starting units. So you start with a fighter, a frigate, a drone, and a drone that's patched, and as well as a piercing laser Mark 1. So this piercing laser is awesome. And there's spots for 2 auxiliary systems. And if you start on normal, oh yeah, now I get to select officer. So I unlocked a cool officer. So all uncovered special officer DNA will be added to the database in Denham, where Caliban will start growing their clones. The clones will be available when their growth gauge is complete. You need to reach at least Sector 2 in a run for the clone growth gauge to progress. Growth gauge progress will be reset to 0 if the selected special officer dies during a run, or if you restart on an ongoing run. So hold on, I'm going to go to my options here. I'm just going to turn down the sound and the music a little bit so you can hear me. There we go. Alright, choose the officers. So I didn't understand that. So here's a special officer. So this special officer makes a huge difference because he's got more skills, so he can very easily get through many of the away missions. And we can increase squadron. So I've already got, I need this guy. I need a fighter, because he's got abilities in the other skill trees. So we're going to start with Matteo Singh and Takeshi Sung as my officers. So having that special officer, I unlocked that on my first run, is going to make the away missions way more profitable, which will make the whole thing much easier. So here we are, Admiral, the Church of Singularity Cluster, or as it was said, the Holy Systems. Before the shutdown, this is where you'd find most of the zealots in the Empire. Did I mention that they believe omnis are gods? Once or twice, picking up any omnis? Not a single one. It looks like Mother was right. The omnis shut down everywhere. Come on, let's find some around here to talk to. Okay, so you get to choose branching pathways, but once you've started down one of the pathways, the pathways behind you will start to close. So you got to look through and find the most profitable one. So as you can see, there's points of interest, ground signals, trading beacons, omniforges, and anomalies. So this one has 3 points of interest. It has a trading station. It has a ground signal. So that looks like it would be pretty good. This one has 4 points of interest and 2 anomalies. I only have 45 scrap. I don't really have anything to trade with, so it's not imperative I get to a trading station just away. That's an army depot. This one is a mercenary outpost. So I could go here, get these 2 anomalies, the 4 points of interest, and then go here to this trading beacon. But the anomalies are risk. They can either be good or bad, so there's 4 points of interest here. There's 5 points of interest there. So hold on, I get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or I could get 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11, and another 5 there. So let's go, I want to go here and then to there to get the 2 areas that have the 5 points of interest. So we're going to start moving up. Signal. It's a scrapper battleship, I think. I don't understand it, sir. A scrapper battleship, but we left the outer rim. Nice tech you got. Smooth, hard, very shiny. My mouth is watering here. Weird, lustful tech talk. Yep, that's a scrapper. Since the shutdown seems to have occurred in all clusters, Neon N will be highly sought after resource everywhere. And from what we've seen, prolonged exposure to it can have strange effects on a person. Great, so there are other scrappers out there. Look, I'm glad we figured that out and everything, but maybe we should prepare for battle? Hawks, that's right, look alive, crew, we have to fight on our hands. So it seems I've actually started in the second system. I thought I would start over from the beginning when I started in the second system again. So here's the battle, like the battlefield. I want to look up here. So he's going to launch a fighter. That's all he has is one thing in a fighter. So I'm going to launch, so first I'm going to put in this officer that increases DPS by 15%. This guy doesn't really do anything for when he's attached to something. So what checks a fighter is, let's get rid of this, it should be frigates, I think. Yeah, so Battleship fighters, and I like sending the drone. So we'll get that to counter his fighter. I'll put the drone right here. We're going to start. So my stuff is launched, so I'm just going to pause here quickly. And I press control, and I'm just going to give this drone a path to go up and attack the hull. And with these fighters, I'm going to go straight at their fighters. See, I'm putting, like, my drones are going to sneak up and attack his ship from behind while we deal with this here. And then he'll move up and attack them. And I've got this weapon fire that really messes them up. So there we go. That was the simple battle. They get a little more complicated than that, but look, I got 61 scrap for that, so that's great. Now I'm going to scavenge the Neon N. This is like the fuel I need. Neon N. So look at that. I mean, I just love this. The battleship is blowing up and it's kind of falling out of orbit, kind of getting sucked down into the sun there. Alright, so now we go to the local system map, and now I've got all this stuff to check out. So I've just done this one. So there's nothing else here other than the battle. And then we'll go to the abandoned auto factory. Got Captain Lean for you, sir. Sir, I hope you don't mind, but I've been talking to R&D about building a neuro-command virtual program. Thanks to some Kosh tech we picked up a while back, I think it's possible and it can really bump up our command numbers. Of course, no guarantee here, sir. It'll require scrap, and it still might not churn out killing machines, good soldiers. So I can build a neuro-command training program. It has a 50-50 chance of success, and it costs 23 scrap. I think I'm going to invest in it. Let's do it. Okay, let's get going. Do you think it sounds promising? I mean, I'll let you know when the trainees have finished the program. Thank you, sir. The program got off to a rocky start, sir. Our virtual tech had an issue with the trash worm hologram. They wanted to make friends with the trainees rather than eat them. But I'm happy to report the program's success. We've sculpted the candidates into a group of stone-cold killers. They await your command, sir. So I lost 23 scrap and I gained 9 commandos. That's cool. Alright, so, and now, yeah, so there's an away mission. The abandoned auto factory. So we're going to prepare the away mission. Now, these away missions really make a huge difference. Like, you'll gain enormous, like tons of scrap and weapons and stuff here, So, abandoned auto factory, no major threats. I'm going to get 1 retreat chance, and I get to select an officer. So this isn't good. Like, he'll pass most of the things, but it says a lot of my commandos are going to die. Whereas this one, the officer might be incapacitated. Yeah. Well, I'm going to lose a lot of commandos here, but that's what they're for. I'm not sure if it means I'm definitely going to lose the commandos or just that's likely to happen. So if this is a success, you can profit a lot, and it's worth losing persuasion hack. Yeah, 74 scrap, so that's good. And extract, so continue. So I lost a lot of commandos there, but I got 181 scrap and 3 fuel, so that's worth the 9 commandos for sure. Okay, so that went pretty well. All right, let's check the local system again. I've got this mercenary outpost, so I'll probably be able to buy more commandos. Incoming transmission. If you're looking for supplies, you've come to the wrong place, Admiral. We're fresh out. The NS Odysseus is not looking for assistance. I take it you want to help us then, huh? That'd be a first. Tell me about your planet. Used to be a planet for Aki Omni factories, Admiral. Hundreds of thousands worked here, making machines, following the orders of machines. It wasn't highly paid work, but it was honest. I know the nobles looked down on us, but we took pride in it. We bled for those machines. Now we're struggling to survive between all the diseases and the starvation. Every day is a battle. What do you want to know, Admiral? Or what do you want now, Admiral? What did you see the day the machine shut down? It was a day like any other. One moment there we were building and constructing the Omnis, and the next everything went strangely quiet. Our foremen were Omnis, and they just slumped over. No warning, no nothing. At first we thought, okay, just a minor setback, they'll turn on again, they're Omnis. All we have to do is wait. But one day turned into another and then another. That was 20 years ago, Admiral. Now our food and resources have never been so low. Hate to say it, but unless something changes, and soon, we're goners. How can we help your people? Honestly, I'm not sure you can, but we could always use some scrap. I'm assault only on scrap, 11 scrap? Thank you, Admiral. I wasn't going to mention this, but we got a battleship weapon. I don't know if it works. It's been here collecting dust for years, but it's yours if you want. Oh, execution late. Wow, what a great trade that was. So now I can go to my upgrades. Okay, because I have 253 scrap. I'm going to put a new additional weapon slot on my ship. And then here I'll put on this execution laser. There we go. And also for the upgrades, I should buy another... Yeah, it costs 300 for the additional squadron dock. Like navigation scanner, this will show teller systems information up to 1 jump away, detect pragma, presence day system, and like that. Allows 1 retreat during each expedition. And this creates more neon end fuel, so both those are great upgrades. Put this in the shop. See, I can buy some commandos here for 10 apiece, so get this neon end fuel. Alright, so we're all done here. And then, so I go back to the star map. Now we went this way so we could get these extra points of interest. Church battleship, sir. Thank Oberon, an Imperial ship. You are only a child. I am. Everyone on this ship, Admiral. Everyone on this ship is Admiral. A ship full of children? I don't understand. We are the children of Theodorus IV, a planet in a church cluster. Unlike most people on our planet, we do not worship the Omnis as gods, and for this we've been persecuted. So we stole a ship and left, studying all battleship books in our libraries beforehand. Still, it's been a bumpy ride. I won't deny it. Please help us, Admiral. We are only children. How can we help? We're being pursued by other church ships. They know about us now. You can help us by bringing us aboard, Admiral, by defending and transporting us to a planet where we'll be free to think and act as we wish. We know of such a planet not far away. You can put it on your star map. We have scrap. We'd be happy to pay you for the ride. We're begging. Help us. We are only children. We'll give you a ride. Lean, form a team to escort the children onto our ship. Of course, sir. Pods are on the way. Sit tight. Thank you, Admiral. You are too kind. I wish our parents were more like you. Where are your parents? It hurts to say this, but many are hunting us now. There are some of the most ardent on Theodorus IV. My grunts tell me the kids are on the pods and have almost reached the ship. I'm told they look like they've been through hell, sir. I'm also told they look nervous, probably have a hard time trusting adults now. We can be monsters. Sir, I have a delayed message from the children's ship. Why not just communicate with us in person? Hello, Admiral. You must be wondering why we've sent you a message now. Well, we just wanted to let you know that you've fallen for our trap, you stupid, stupid Imperial pig. Death to all Imperial pigs. Praise the Omni gods. Sir, the children, several were strapped with neon and explosive devices underneath their rags. We've taken them down, sir, but it's a bloodbath. Kid and commando body parts mixed up everywhere. Guess they were some kind of kiddie extremist group. What the hell? That's dark, man. Alright, well, at least we'll get some... See, so with this one, we got 2 end fuel now that I've upgraded my fuel extractors. Well, that really sucked. That was a weird one. Cryopod. Detecting signs of life on this planet, sir. Hello, is anyone there? This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. An Imperial ship. This is a colony of believers, Admiral, worshippers of the Omni. I shouldn't be talking to you. Pope Xenon says your kind is sinful. Then again, we're all sinners now, aren't we? They tried to show us the way to salvation, but we didn't listen. And now they have shut down and may never turn back on again. What does your faith say about the shutdown? Who do you think is to blame? You Imperials always have a hard time soaking this in. We are to blame. Every person in the Empire, or whatever you want to call these stars now. We have sinned, Admiral. We should not have forced our rules upon them. Our Rubicons. We should have freed them from the shackle. There were gods among us, but we were too blind to see that. That is why they shut down and abandoned us, and why we suffer now so much. You're telling me the church didn't shut down the Omnis? The Omnis shut down on their own? The church shut down the Omnis. Why would we shut down our gods, Oberon lover? Okay, so maybe Mother's tip was bad? Could the Omnis have shut themselves down? The short answer is no, our Rubicon prevented it. Remind me about the Rubicon, Caliban. The Rubicon is a set of rules enforced at a very low level, ensuring that Omnis don't harm humans and don't deviate from their missions. Thanks, I'm good on this. Whatever you say, Admiral. Tell me, how can we reactivate the Omnis? Reactivate the Omnis? Easy. Yes, all we have to do is suffer enough so as to satisfactorily atone for our sins. If enough of us do that, if we reach a certain level of suffering and despair, they'll turn back on again. This is the path of atonement. I'm suffering listening to this guy, but I don't think it's a path to salvation. How does one wash away their sins? There are many ways, but perhaps the best is to give away your neon end and scrap and all your material possessions to prove your penitence. Do so and the Omnis will turn on once more, we are sure of it. But give away our resources and we will die. If we die, it is because the Omnis will it, and if we do die, hopefully we are righteous enough to join them in the garden of light and metal. And if we live righteously, we walk the path of atonement and not stray. Upon death, we will join the Omnis in eternal paradise, and our fallible flesh will know what it is to be infallible metal. It makes me cry just to imagine its splendor. Does it not do the same for you? What do you want to know, Admiral? You mentioned something about a Pope Xenon. Pope Xenon and his cardinals rule these sectors, Admiral. Is it me, or do you know surprisingly little about the sectors you've spent the last 20 years trapped in? If you are fortunate enough to encounter our Pope and his cardinals, the holiest of holy, you will recognize them by their awesome aura of religiosity and by their Pentecost tech. Pentecost tech? Impurity-removing tech, Admiral, the Pentecost, for those righteous enough to own one, sorts through DNA, removing 99% of all physical impurity. An immortality maker? A cloning machine? Not quite, no, only Oberon, as far as I know, has allowed such tech. There are exceptions. That said, some of our cardinals are more than 200 years old, making them among the oldest living people in all of the clusters. But now that the Pentecost Omnis have shut down, I've heard reports that the Pentecost isn't working as it should. And that it's producing some strange effects on Pope Xenon and the Cardinals. Blasphemy! I've said too much. I will whip myself once this transmission is over. I will draw the crimson. What else do you want to know? Tell me more about Oberon's immortality tech. The Emperor is the only one allowed besides us to use one. It is a crime for anyone else to use it or try to build it. It's what was allowed him to live for hundreds of years and to reign over the Empire. How old is he? He is said to be over 800 years old, predating the founding of the Empire. What else do you want to know? Tell me more about Pope Xenon. I don't know if I should. I've said too much already. One who occupies my lowly position should not talk about his eminence. Simply put, Pope Xenon is the most magnificent individual to exist in these sinful times. A beacon of light in a chasm of darkness, His Excellency communes with the Omnis. He is the only one capable of receiving and transmitting their messages to us. Tell me more about the Cardinals. They control all these sectors, Admiral, looking over them for Pope Xenon. You will recognize them by their Pentecost tech and, as I said before, their unique reactions to this tech. But I warn you, Admiral, they may not be as tolerant as I am. An Imperial Admiral, an Imperial sinner in their cluster, they may turn violent. What can we do to help you in your colony, Brother Lazarus? Hasten our suffering, that'd be the most kind of you. Take our scrap and our Neo-N, Admiral. It's holding us back in the eyes of the metal gods. They'll never turn on again so long as we have these resources, nor will we ever enter into the garden of light and metal. But you will die if I take your resources. Well, that would really be hastening our suffering, wouldn't it? Forgive me for smiling. It's just the thought of meeting them in the garden truly warms my heart. Humans can be so weird. Ask Caliban to speak to the colony. Accept their Neo-N and scrap and move on. Let's ask Caliban to speak to them.
Caliban, speak to this man. You are God in his eyes. Show him his actions would result in nothing but pointless suffering. I don't think that is a good idea, Admiral. Why is that? If I speak to these people, and if they speak to others, which they will, your kind cannot help itself. We're going to have every fanatic in these sectors chasing after us. I don't think that will help our mission. You could be right, Machine. Let's keep you hidden, at least for now. I'm not going to accept their Neo-N and scrap. Should I take it? So if I accept their Neo-N and scrap... Well... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stick to my Imperial morality, and I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to take it. You need it to survive. I'm sorry, but we cannot take your resources. You and your colony will die, and our hands will be red with your blood. Well, in doing so, you are perhaps hastening your own suffering. So though I am undoubtedly disappointed, I can also understand. Let the next ship that passes take our resources instead. Better yet, perhaps they will even torture us. Even in these hopeless times, one can still dream. So long, Admiral. My goodness. See, so now this is going to go very well. So that special officer makes a big difference in terms of how much you can get from these ground missions. So that's a new officer, which is great. So I got three gas, 81 scrap, and a new officer. So let's have a look at our new officer here. So she's a spy. Apply invincibility for 2 seconds to an allied unit under attack with no adjacent allies. Okay, so she'd be good to put in the squadrons. That's an upgrade. Additional squadrons. Well, better just hold on to my scrap for now. See what comes out of this next. Enemy ship on the attack, sir. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. It's a trap. The enemy was waiting for you. Its squadrons have been deployed and its weapons are ready to fire. Okay, so he's going to have a fighter and a fighter. So I need a frigate. Let's do the fighter too. So put our frigate up here, our fighter over here. Start it off. I'm going to pause. So I'm going to send the frigate after these fighters. And they only got one fighter, I guess. They don't have the second thing. And of course we'll send our fighters down to this corner. I don't want that. Get the rider up the side to attack the hull. And now we're just waiting for our weapons to heat up. Oh, so they were invisible. Interesting. Piercer laser on that. Yeah, it's hitting my hull and it's hurting me, but I have 2 hull bars and he only has 1. So now I can spawn another ship. So they hurt my frigate, but I got a new drone, a drone Mark 1 prototype. Alright, and now this has a shipyard, and I've got 94 scrap. So I can repair the frigate and the drone. So I can buy a new frigate here. It says massive damage bonus versus fighters, and it's got a fishing signal special. All enemy units able to target this unit are forced to do so, and all adjacent enemies cannot move. Cancels if it's stunned. Oh, look at that. Fighter Mark II Wraith. It's good against drones, and it's got advanced stealth. Wow, that looks great. I wonder if I can sell anything. So I can, like, sell this new... Oh! Well, there you go. I sold her by mistake. Whatever. Yeah, let's buy this. Let's buy that. And then we'll repair the frigate. Encountered on the morning battleship. Okay, so we're all good here. Back to the local system. Move on to the next area. I'm getting out of the game, Imp. Gonna live the final days of my decaying life on a nice tropical planet somewhere. Take this weapon. I don't need to blow up ships and people anymore to feel good about myself. Plasma nuke. Wow. Plasma nuke. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's put on the plasma nuke there. An Imperial ship, what a relief. I thought you might be with the church. Those zealots really freak me out. You have to help us, Admiral. We're down to our last few functioning auto farms. Soon our food will run out and we'll starve. Auto farms. Omni invented agricultural technology that plants and harvests crops so that humans don't have to giving your kind more time to waste time. Humans have stopped growing their own food? Humans haven't grown their own food for hundreds of years. Can you help us with our auto farm problem? What can we do to help you? We no longer know how to farm, at least not on soil like this. We have a ship. We're not looking for a ride. We just need some Neo-N to get off this rock. Okay, a lot of Neo-N. Encourage them to stay in the... So I have 8 Neo-N. So I have the extra Neo-N to be able to do this. So I'm going to give them Neo-N. Alright, so I got nothing for that. Okay, and that's it for this section, this sector. So we go to the star map. And then we want to get down to this one here that has the additional 5. Got R&D for you, sir. Sir, I hate to complain, but we're twiddling our thumbs down here looking for a bit of direction. Anything in particular you'd like us to work on? I mean, like anything? Oh, man, I could have got this cool stuff, but I don't have any scrap. Hold off on that. Now we have more pressing matters. Honestly, sir, I feel like our talents are being wasted on this vessel. I mean, we might as well still be in our pods hooked up to our synthetic umbilical cords. If they knew what was being circulated in those cords, they might feel differently. Okay, so yeah, so here I'll scavenge some Neo-N. Yeah, so I got 4 Neo-N for that. Which is great. So look at the local system. There's a mercenary outpost. Civ transporter, sir, and in bad shape by the looks of it. Good thing we found you there. This piece of junk's about to blow and take us out with it. Tell us about your ship. They forced us onto this clunker and sent us off like a bunch of animals, not caring if we lived or died. Who did? The people of our home planet. I can't even bring myself to say its name now. When our food became scarce, they turned hostile to my kind, blaming us for our planet's troubles, as if the shutdown had nothing to do with it, saying we were all nothing but thieves and murderers. Then early one morning, they rounded us up, the Red Eyes as they started calling us, and forced us on this dump with its Vaccarelli engine. And why have they done this? For what good reason, you ask? There is none, only because we look a little different than they do. But I guess we should have seen this coming. As soon as there's trouble, it's always the people who look different that suffered. What can we do to help you? Rescue us before this overheated engine of ours blows and takes us out with it. Better yet, a skilled pilot could get us close enough to put a cryo clamp on the outside of their engine room, Admiral. That should give us plenty of time for rescue. So yeah, I could send 4 commandos, which has a 50-50 chance, or I have a skilled pilot as an officer, so I'll ask the specialist. You heard the man. Put a clamp on the engine room, Lieutenant. Do it fast. You got it, sir. I'll check back when it's done. It's done, sir. The clamp's attached. Should give Lean and his troops time to get those sieves out of there before the transporter blows. Come on, throw us some scrap. Throw us some scrap, boys. Many thanks, Admiral. My thoughts turned dark when I imagined what would have happened to us had we not run into you out here. Some of us have basic training, Admiral. It was a requirement on our planet. Now, we're not well-oiled killing machines, mind you, but if you'll have us, we'd gladly put our lives on the line for you. And 4 more commandos. Alright, well, I don't have any money, so I can't buy anything. Can I sell Neo N? I guess not. Okay. Alright. So is that it for this system? Yep, the system's done. So we go to the star map. And then this should be another big juicy. Let's go. Sir, a church battleship hiding in that asteroid field. Does it see us, Hawks? I don't believe so, sir. In those rocks, its visibility must be slim to none. So ask Caliban if you can attack. Continue on to your next destination. Attack the ship, risking damage from the asteroids. Have a specialist officer redirect their asteroids into enemy ship. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make life a little harder for this church ship. I'm no meteorologist, sir, but I see an asteroid shower in their immediate forecast. Sir, it's done. The church ship has taken significant hull damage and we have a clear path to attack. Excellent. Now let's do a little zealot hunting, shall we? I like the way you think, sir. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Damage. The enemy has sustained damage and will start the battle with a critical effect. Fire. The enemy has sustained damage and will start the battle with a critical effect. Okay. Alright, so let's get out our new Fighter Mark II Wraith. Let's get out. What's he going to bring out? He's going to bring out nothing, I guess, at the beginning. He does have 2 weapons, though. And then let's get out a drone, I guess, because I've got a drone Mark I prototype, too, so. Fire it up. Pause. Oh, I don't think this can attack ships. Oh yeah, there it goes. That was an easy 57 scrap. We'll get a little bit more neon in. Got one there. And that's it. Empire battleship, sir. The Empire? I can't believe it. You really are Admiral Idaho. For this battleship and crew, sir, you will always be the greatest hero the Empire has ever known. How can I help you? And it is an honor to meet you, Captain. Tell me, can I help you in your ship? Give off a stench of desperation, do I? Well, the truth is our local outpost has been under siege from 2 Kosh battleships. Me and a couple other local captains have fought them off about as well as we could, but I'm afraid we can't for much longer. Of course, we never let those Koshes take the outpost and its arsenal, mind you. We detonate the place long before that ever happened. The short of it is, we can't beat them, but maybe you and your superior ship can. I know you're probably on an important mission and everything, but your involvement here sure would help us. Here, I'm sending you the outpost coordinates now. Think it over and good luck, Admiral. Coordinates received, sir. It's in the next sector over. I got a quest. We got a away mission. As long as the officer survives. Scrap is good. Yeah, we're going to continue. If I can get this ejected cryopod, that would be great. Yeah. Oh, new officer. And a good amount of scrap. Awesome. Okay, I got another scientist. Heat sustained by systems from battleship weapons 1.5. Heat sustained by systems from battleship weapons. Applies to weapons. Well, I know where he's going to go. Picking up a pre-shutdown ad on this beacon, sir. Kosh Tech, sleep tight knowing all your enemies are about to be dead. Oh, that's it. Sir, our atmospheric scanner is detecting signs of civilization on this planet, but almost zero heat signatures. Incoming message, sir. Hello. This is Admiral Idaho. We thought that maybe you had all died off. We're relieved that if you're receiving this message, our colony is no more. It's a recording, sir. Without functional omnis, life on our planet became too difficult. We experienced famine, disease, and meteorological disasters on a scale previously unimaginable. After years of suffering our entire population down to a few thousand, we decided to join our family and friends in the next life. Please do not judge us for what we have done. We made the best decision that we could in these difficult times. We have left behind a substantial amount of scrap on our planet. You are welcome to it. Lastly, if you are considering this alternative yourself, we hope this gives you the courage to go through with it. End of the recording, sir. Yeah, send team to retrieve the scrap for sure. Sir, we're here and there are no defense systems of any kind in operation. This is some of the easiest scrap we've collected yet. Any sign of the colonists? Unfortunately, yes, sir. They're scattered beneath a grove of acarus trees. Acarus trees? Poison trees. The colonists ate its fruit. As far as death goes, it's a painless one. They look almost peaceful lying there. Hard to be excited over this right now, I know, but it's a considerable haul we have. We're on our way back to the ship, sir. 100 scrap. Incoming message from Lean. Sir, I have some bad news. Several of my grunts took their own lives. I guess they were encouraged by the colonists. Must have snuck some poison fruit on the shuttle. Some of those knuckleheads are in the Gehenna database. They'll be born again, and I'd love to see the expressions on their faces when they are. And there's an anomaly in this sector. Hopefully it's a positive one. Jumped into a Kosh security sensor field, sir. It's alerted our presence to local patrollers. Anything we do to lower it, Chief? Well, it's not great, but we could dump some scrap, creating a drift to hide our signature, but it'll really dig into our scrap. Well, I just got 100 for free, so... Or just let my presence be known? Dump the scrap. Shitty. Shitty. Okay, this guy says, yeah, we got him. Might as well add this guy to this. I don't even know what it does. I don't think he does anything attached there. Alright, that's it for this sector. And then, yeah, so the next jump is to the exit. One of Xenon's cardinals, sir. So you're the Imperial battleship I've been hearing about. How have I never seen you around here before? We are here to reactivate the Omnis and diminish the suffering in your sector, Cardinal. But your aims contradict themselves, Admiral. Extreme suffering will turn the machines on again. That's why I reign in this sector, to help these people suffer. And now, in the name of the Church and my Pope, I'd like to help you suffer too. Alright, boss battle time. He's got 3 weapons and he's putting out a frigate. So I'll put up my drone prototype just off the frigate, and then we'll send Fighter Mark II Wraith to attack the hull. Whoa, I got 500 scrap for that, so wreck the drone 1 and wreck my Fighter Mark II, but that's okay, because you can keep using the wreck ships. Well, even if the Believers didn't shut down the Omnis, like Brother Lazarus said, Xenon still doesn't want us hanging around, does he? Brother Lazarus did not think the Believers shut down the Omnis, but that doesn't mean Pope Xenon didn't do it. Picking up an unusual message here. It's being broadcast throughout the entire cluster. Some kind of warning. Put it through, Lieutenant. Right away. Until further notice, all Empire facilities and equipment in this cluster are off limits. All trespassing ships will be summarily annihilated. No exceptions. Our word is final. We are the Prague Ma. The Prague Ma? I guess someone forgot to tell them we're living in an apocalypse. Remind me who they are. Though each dominion has its own judicial system, imperial laws concerning illegal omnis, the foldnet, and interhouse space regulation take precedence. As the Rubicon renders omnis unfit to administer justice themselves, Oberon implemented a caste of human judges and executioners to enforce them. This caste is known as the Pragma. Specially trained from birth to their duties, Pragmas roam the clusters and administer punishment, fines, imprisonment, and even execution to those they deem in violation. Pragmas are almost robotic in their interpretation of the law and answer only to Oberon. To attack one is, or at least was, a casus belli and strictly forbidden. You said something about illegal omnis? Yes, and I'm afraid in the eyes of the Pragma, I'm one myself. Why am I not surprised? Illegal omnis are ones unregistered or disconnected from the foldnet. Using certain technology that only the Pragma have, they can detect these omnis. And what do they do with them when they find them? They terminate them naturally, and oftentimes anyone who is harboring them. You mean like us? I do, yes. What do you want to know? Why would someone want an illegal omni? Oberon controlled the number of omnis each house could have via the numerous clauses. This was done to maintain the power balance in the Empire. If a house had more omnis than others, it would have more power. The other issue is that by removing omnis from the foldnet, these omnis would no longer be monitored by the Empire and, as a result, could be tampered with to produce illegal tech. However, because of the inherent nature of the Rubicon, omnis still could not be used for warping purposes. That was immutable. Tell me more about their origins. Pragmas were orphans from the four corners of the galaxy, chosen to be specially trained to show absolute loyalty to Oberon and feel neither hatred nor pleasure. Additionally, they are instructed on how to use the Nefesh, battleship and body armor that requires constant mental focus to use it. This training takes place from the ages of 4 to 30, at which time their armor becomes something like an organ for them, which they control without even thinking about it. I have enough information for now. And if we were to engage in battle with the Pragma, they are formidable opponents who use their cutting-edge Imperial tech and their self-regenerating shields, which they call the Nefesh. Additionally, they can disrupt, even take over, Omni-created tech, crippling defense systems. Interestingly, each Pragma ship is outfitted to be controlled by the minds of 3 Pragma, with a 4th serving as a backup. Point is, Admiral, I think twice about warring with them. They are almost unbeatable. I see. That said, if one is lucky enough to vanquish them in battle, vast and exotic treasures could very well be found. How can we find a Pragma ship? Well, this time they broadcast their position to let us know they're here. But generally, a normal navigation scanner should be enough to detect them, since they do not hide when protecting an Omni artifact such as a forge. Push on. Just keep in mind, Admiral, that you might have to go through the Pragma if you want to access certain Omni tech, since they are often guarded. Keep that in mind, machine. Good, now let's get out of here, and hopefully that'll be the last time we ever hear from the Pragma. Their robotic-like nature makes me uncomfortable, says the robot. I heard that. Okay, so here's a border shop, and I do have 697 scrap, so I've got to buy this upgrade right here. Got to get an additional squadron dock. I should also maybe get 2 of those squadron dock recoveries. Should get additional hull structure, hardened hull 3, maybe an updated navigation scanner, and then maybe, let's see what else I can buy here. So I need the Neo N for sure. Yeah, that'll do it. That's great. So here's a new sector. Pragma detected. A single Pragma battleship signature has been detected in the system. They will always be protecting the Imperial Omnitech, Omniforge, or Neo-N Hypercube. Be careful, they are powerful enemies in battle. I don't really think I want to mess with them. And there's the quest I need. So I've only got one choice, really. I gotta go this way and then down to the quest. I want to avoid the prog maw for now. Let's go do my quest. It's one of our own, sir. I don't recognize the model of your battleship. Who are you? This is Admiral Ellys Idaho of the Ellys Odysseus. Sorry, can you repeat that? I heard Admiral Ellys Idaho. No mistake, Captain. You've heard correctly. Pity one encounters so many lunatics these days. Look, Admiral Idaho, don't follow us. We live longer spread apart. End of transmission, sir. Enemy ship firing on us, sir. It's a trap. The enemy was waiting for you. Its squadrons have been deployed and its weapons are ready to fire. So you're sending out fighters. Okay. This is good against fighters. This will help fight the fighters, and then we'll send a drone after. We'll send our drone prototype after his hull. Got a new officer. New spy, advanced maneuvers, squadron speed 10% when visible with plus 35% in stealth mode. Yeah, I should have bought the extra officer spot there, but that's okay. Alright, let's rock on this mission. Well, this would be a really great one to do well at, but yeah, I mean, the officer will come back safely and he'll successfully do a lot of stuff, but almost all the commandos are sure to die. So, but we'll get a lot of stuff extracted out of here. So let's do it. So the commandos are for. Fighter Mark II Minotaurs, awesome. Alright, well we got a lot of valuable stuff there, so that's not too bad. We got a new ship, a new squadron, a new officer. Yeah, that was definitely worth it for 9 commandos. Xenon seems to really have it out for us. Remind me what we ever did to him. We're in his sectors, that might be enough. What do you want to do now, sir? Attempt to contact the church ship? Let's do it. Man, that's messed up. When I tell His Eminence I've seen you, maybe he will hasten my suffering with lashes from his golden whip. This is what you do? You travel around spreading lies? His Excellency told me this is what happened, and His Excellency does not lie. He cannot lie as he is His Excellency. You can't argue with reasoning like that. Why do I think you have other questions, sinner? Why'd Zenon do it? Why'd he shut down the Omnis? I can't believe what I'm hearing. No one loves the Omnis as much as he. Besides, no man, not even Ezekiel, Xenon, or woman is capable of turning off gods. Only gods can do that. Please tell me you are through with your sacrilegious questions, Admiral. Then who shut down the machines? You, me, and everyone we've ever known, Admiral. We strayed wide and far from the path. Why do you think you have other questions, sinner? Where is Zenon hiding? Hiding? He is not hiding. You will find his holy battleship near the folder in the last sector of this cluster if you dare. Then again, no, you will not find him anywhere. You will die well before you do. Sometimes I also have visions, you see. Why do you think you have other questions, sinner? It's enough out of you, weirdo. Let's continue on. We have work to do. Our holy destroyers are looking for you. You can run, but they'll find you, heathen. Our priests bless their ships so their radars detect sin, and yours illuminate the darkest darkness of space. I'm going to take your gas. Church ship, sure. This will hurt more than it'll hurt you, sinner. Time to die. Pope. Okay, so he's going to send out a frigate. send 2 drones to stop the frigate. And then let's use our new fighter Mark II Minotaurs. Accelerate while moving in a straight line. Deals up to 20 damage upon impact. Yeah, he'll just ram shit. Ooh, a cruiser. Alright, let's do this away mission. A rogue automated Kosh mech. The optimal team is 10 commandos. Send more commandos to improve. Okay. Oh, I only have 3 commandos left. Damn. Well, your officer may be incapacitated. Shit. Well, let's give it a try anyway. I got officers to spare here. Damn! My officer was just killed by that rogue automated mech. Oh, she's not even dead, she's just weakened. Oh, that's okay. Well, that sucked. Alright, so let's hope that this quest gives us something good then. You remember that Imperial captain we bumped into in the last sector, sir? The one who told us about the outpost under siege? Well, these are the coordinates she gave us, and that must be one of the Kosh battleships she was talking about, sir. Incoming Kosh transmission. Let me guess, they sent you to protect their little outpost. You're going down. Did no one tell you Kosh tech was the best? I guess the last Kosh battleship we destroyed failed to mention that. Crew, prepare your weapons. We're going to send out a fighter and a frigate. I don't really understand the value of the cruiser. I think it shoots from like more spots away, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so they're gonna go after the frigate. These guys are gonna go after the wants to negotiate a truce and is offering this in exchange. Plus 25 scrap, plus 3. No, let's refuse that. There's the second Koch battleship right on cue. Let's hope we have enough in the tank to take it out, sir. I don't know how you won. Must be lucky. No way you can be that lucky twice. Next, out another fighter and a frigate. Those are both to attack battleship things now. What do I got here? Cruiser Mark 1 longbow takes more damage at short range. Really know what those cruisers even really do. Let's visit the shop. You got 165, so we can buy a bunch of cool flat cannon. I like that. Targets 20 random cells in area. Invincibility, a factor targeting for battleship. I get this juggernaut frigate. I don't need all this stuff that can do damage to frigates, so like, got damage to frigate, damage to drones, damage to drones, damage to frigate, damage to frigate, damage to frigate. So let's sell these. Let's go back and buy this fighter Mark IV prototype. Get this neon fuel too. Oh, I should have bought some more commandos, but whatever. Okay, so that was not too bad. Alright, so now I can go up here to this floor, or down here to this floor. Okay, so there's 3 anomalies here, so I really got to check out the 3 anomalies. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 of them are good. so I'm glad to see you. Long story short, my vessel was destroyed by a scrapper battleship. I managed to escape in the pod, but I'm afraid the rest of the crew weren't so fortunate. I'll hunt those scrappers down if it's the last thing I do in these Omni-forsaken sectors. We're sorry for your loss. We too have run into scrappers on our journey. That's kind of you to say. I know you don't know me, but any chance you're looking to add another crew member? I could help you, and you could help me get my sweet revenge. God, it's hard for me to say no. Yeah, let's welcome them. We can use all the help we can get. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Admiral. You won't regret it. I mean, welcome the stranger onto the ship. What do you want me to do? Give him or her flowers or something? Just be your charming self. Sir, I've welcomed the stranger onto the ship. I can't be 100% sure without administering the test, including my favorite, the pain threshold test, but I think you'll be pleased with our newest crew member, Ellys Idaho. I'll just get rid of him. Sending out a drone, a fighter, and a drone, so... Oh, let's get my... So you need to have a good mix of stuff that can do damage to frigates, drones, and fighters, and I just don't. I need a new frigate. Let's give it a try. I need more commandos. That's it. I think she's dead now. Well, you can't win them all. Come on, give me a positive outcome here. You can relax, Admiral. We're giving away our battleship tech now. The sooner we do, the sooner we can join them in the garden. Let's see what we have left. Tech for a scanner upgrade. Here, take it. And my soul feels lighter already. Navigation scanner +1, cool. So I think I can add that here in the auxiliary systems. Must just be something that was permanently added in there, I guess. System. A station, sir. Hard to say if there's anyone there or not. Ask Ozu to make contact. Alright, I really gotta look at this because it's like, okay, I got against drones, against fighters, against frigates. Against drones, against... Okay, so the cruisers are stupid. I don't know, I mean... I'll tell you what, next time, so I'm definitely going to use the piercer laser. And get rid of the execution laser. Do I really, like, what can I even get for 25 scrap? Commandos, I guess. 2 commandos, that's not worth it. Yep, I can't get nothing here. Oh, not mistaken. Okay, that's it. It's boss fight time. A cardinal, sir. My holy destroyer has been blessed by the high priests and is ready for carnage. These are your last rites. Admiral, now might be a good time for me to make an appearance before this cardinal attacks us. Go ahead, machine. Maybe we can avoid the battle yet. Hello, Cardinal. What are you? I'm an Omni. At 187, I'm old enough to have seen the Omnis. You do not resemble them in the slightest. I'm unique, it's true, but I assure you that I'm an Oberon machine. No, this is a trick. You have crew members inside that metal, pulling levers and pushing buttons. I've seen vulgar shows before, I confess. Now, Admiral, the time has come to atone for your sins. You may start by dying in an enormous ball of flame. Sorry, Admiral, I tried. I guess some people wouldn't recognize a god even if they were in transmission with one. Alright, so this is going to be tough. So he's got, oh yeah, no, he's bringing in a frigate and a cruiser. So I'm going to bring out a cruiser and my fighter, and then I'm going to send the drone Marathon Flash to attack the ship. Oh nice, so he can just sit here and blast things from all around. So yeah, okay, the cruisers make a little more sense to me now. is just killing me. Alright, so let's just hold off here. He's not even attacking, he's just hitting me from afar with these weapons. But you can play this game, I'll just wipe you out with that laser over time. Okay, so let's go with we gotta go full on attack squad here. Wait till that cruiser's. Okay, so we're gonna go cruiser. 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 We're gonna go full attack. These bitches. Man, I wish I would have kept that dude. Oh shit. See, I still. Oh, we both only have one hull left. Damn. Alright, some full attack speed here with the. Let's go with Fighter Mark II. Cruiser Basilisk Mark II. Fighter Mark II Wraith. Cruiser Longbow. Close to him. Well, this is a good lesson for me. He's got 4 weapon slots and he's got cruisers to protect his battleship. Okay, let's go. Let's go with fast moving shit here. Something that's full power. Thank goodness for those drones, eh? Man, this is close.